family members, her family members. You've never met anyone from her family.
I know she has a sister. I spoke to her once while she was staying here. Her sister stays in Fixburg. Yeah.
Okay. Did you perhaps find some information about the type of person she is?
Now remember, they have not been staying together for a good 15 years. But when I spoke to the sister, she confirmed that she wanted, because it was now after the story had broken. So they wanted, she and her friends wanted to come to Tembisa to see the 10, to see the 3. So I then learned from Tebogo, the son, that they're having a meeting, a family meeting, to find out what is going on, because none of them knows what actually is going on. So they agreed to invite me because they wanted to see me and learn more about the 3. But then they didn't invite me.
So now, the people who want to invite you is the family of Mario.
They basically they were curious to know who the father is of the 3.
So they
probably have seen the pictures. The pictures look nice.
They are aware of the 3.
They've been made aware of by her of the 3.
Okay.
They've never seen them.
Through pictures.
This is what they said to me.
Okay, and this is through pictures. Are these the pictures that you've seen? Or
Yeah, this the same picture I've seen.
Picture.
Yes.
So it's the very same picture that have been
that has been circulating. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so,
it's a picture at 1 year.
And
not earlier, not later.
So now, when you inquire about recent pictures or recent developments,
she wouldn't give anything.
How did it make you feel? How did it make you feel? How did you think from then on? What?
Well, it confirmed the very same thing I have already knew about her. Yeah. Not only was she protecting herself, but she was perpetrating a lie all along. That the children are with a relative of her who helped her when she had nobody to look after her. Now that I've discovered that actually there is no relative in Soweto. So she needs to protect that lie, but also she needs to protect the fact that she's insistent she's not going to make me see them.
So you make all these attempts to try and see the 3 babies, but still
to no avail.
She's not budging.
She's not budging. She's not budging.
Even her 18-year-old son is not even aware of the babies. The only picture
the boy tells me he hasn't seen the 3 children except the photo that I have shared with him.
And also that they do not have any relatives in Soweto.
He confirmed that, and the sister in Fixburg confirmed that.
Okay, in your understanding, why would she even lie about the fact that she has relatives or the babies are staying with relatives? Why would she go to such lengths?
Yeah, because before I can confirm the theory of her participating willingly in the syndicate, I've got to crack the code. What happened at the point of release, or what happened after the babies were at the Steve Biko incubation period, because they were there for 9 weeks. So if I can crack that, then I would know she created this on the instructions of her handlers, or she created this purely just to fob me off. But until I can understand the facts around that, it would be pure conjecture on my part to answer that.
You say that you never had any trouble in terms of just seeing your kids or having access to see your babies at the time
at the hospital, because she didn't have control over that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because remember, I would go there without necessarily her agreement or without me knowing that I'm going there. So I would go there on my own because I know the visiting hours. I would spend the time with babies and go.
And now you were also reminded of the fact that your babies are nowhere present in your life after independent media broke a story about the 10 babies that Khosi Yami had delivered.
No.
To the same hospital which was Steve Biko.
No, that came separately. but it came as a corroboration of the lies that she's telling everybody. Because when I discovered that the babies were not taken to Soweto, the babies were not with her relative, that's not because of the breaking of the story, but that shows that on her pattern of lying, this is consistent.
Would you perhaps now, after learning what had transpired with her 10 babies, would you then now try and associate her pattern of behavior to this instance that we find ourselves in? The babies are nowhere to be seen, they've disappeared. They were once in the hospital and they were gone. It was the same instance in your case. Would you say that it is now her own doing as well, collaborating with the people who enabled her to make the babies disappear in the first instance? Would you liken this experience that you've had with what has transpired with the 10 babies? The father is in a position where he cannot confirm where the babies are, whether he has seen them or not. It's the same instance as you, but you had the opportunity to see them.
Yeah. Sizwe, you said Sizwe, right? Sihle.
Yes.
Sihle, until I know the weeks leading to the release of the babies, I wouldn't know for sure if she was in cahoots with the syndicate in Malelane or she became an unwilling victim of. But I need to know what happened during that time. Because here is the place where the kids are. There is a room. I have a means of income. I can look after them. I had already set aside 10,000 when they were ready to release, and I took 5,000 of that to get them clothes and things. So, for me, I was ready to take care of them, with or without her. My sisters, they would send a helper to help me with the kids. There was never a problem about kids this side. But what I don't know, where did she take them, and why would she just take children and just leave?
So,
because before the decuplet story, it's the triplets. But she's back at work. She's not seeing the kids every Friday, every Thursday, when she knocks off or when she has got day leaves. So the question is, what happened to them? So there are two possibilities. One, she's giving them up for adoption, in which case she doesn't want me to know yet because it's not formalized. Two, she sold them to the highest bidder in the place wherever, I don't know.
I would try and say that the adoption route would be one that we can easily find.
Because there would be a legal trail.
Yes, definitely. There has to be. So now that we have not been able to even find anyone registered under her name, it leaves one option, the one that you just mentioned right now, that she might have sold them.
Yeah, before they were released, in fact.
Yes. So the fight that you guys had, what initiated it? Because I believe it is very critical to understand it and how it has led her to believe that you will now have no access and you will have no contact to her and the babies.
I wouldn't say it's a fight. I withdrew from the relationship because A, controlling behavior, compulsive liar, and basically just an unreliable partner. Because she would, on the leave days, leave Lerato and Kamogelo with me and come back the day before she goes to work. What mother does that? These are 4-year-old kids. They need to be bathed in the morning. They need to be fed. I must do that now. So That in itself told me it's not going to work. Then I told her I'm not ready to continue in this relationship. That's where it ended. I don't remember instances where we fought. Did she say she had a fight with me?
No. The fight that I'm talking about is not a physical fight. Excuse that narrative. What made you guys separate?
Yeah, I initiated the withdrawal.
After you had realized.
After I
she
noticed
is
that
not-
unreliable and all the things that were just icking me off. Yeah.
Did she perhaps at some point prioritize money? Money to a point that you believe that she would be able to do anything for money?
I can only do that in retrospect. Because when she was staying here with me, remember she was here for a year and not longer. And so we were not that intimate. We didn't do a lot of things couples do in order to detect this and that and that. But in retrospect, when I look back, her love for money to make her life easier could have been the motivator. If not the real reason, it would have been a supplementary reason. Yeah. But she needed somebody to look after her. She needed a comfortable life. And I wasn't there to offer it to her.
How was she doing with the twins at the time?
Pick n Pay, she was earning 4,400